Hey guys! So today I'm going to give you a tour of the cottage garden and what we've been doing here and what we have left to do. I expect this cottage garden to be done before summer. Not the cottage itself. I have gotten a little behind on that due to an arm injury because I couldn't lift the roofing materials and the stucco and all of that very easily. So I didn't do that. However, I have been able to do a lot in the actual garden. Now I want to thank Hoselink for sponsoring this video, and not only sponsoring this video, but offering two of their Hoselink retractable hose systems to you guys, and we'll talk about a giveaway at the end of this video. But first, I'm going to give you a little tour of the cottage garden. So starting here at the stairs, these stairs are temporary. There will be some stonework instead of the wood, and then on top of that will be flagstone. Now on either side of the stairway, you've got this dirt area and then a strip in the front. This is all going to be lawn. I'm not a big fan of lawn, especially in a small space garden. This isn't a small space garden, and in order to do England proud, you got to have a little bit of lawn. And this is the whole English area of the property. However, I am going to be trying a pretty revolutionary way to water the lawn, because that's where a lot of waste comes from, water waste. And, even though we're out of the drought, I don't want to waste water. Plus, I've got a lot to water, and so I want to keep my water bill down. So I've actually found a new way to water lawn with drip irrigation. It's subterranean drip that doesn't get clogged. And so, I mean, it sounds too good to be true, but I've seen a lot of evidence that it is true. So we're going to give it a try. So not only will the lawn frame the area, because there's going to be a strip that goes all the way up to the gate, but when we have more than a couple of people visiting at the same time, like we did on Easter, they have to park up the driveway. And so the strip of grass is just going to give a little bit extra of space for them to kind of get out of their car, and they're not stepping in flower beds. I had also thought of gravel. However, because of the slope, the gravel would constantly be coming down onto the driveway, and that would be a headache to have to clean up all the time. We also have 7 trees in this area. 6 of them are planted. We've got a cherry tree right there, a pear tree right here, 1 red bud on that side of the path, another red bud on this side of the path, another pear tree right here, and then we have a crab apple over here. I'm in the process of getting all this junk removed and getting rid of this oleander. It looked like that one. I've cut it back. Now I have to get the roots out. And then once that's done, I have another cherry tree right here to put in its spot. So what that's going to do is give a nice frame to the cottage, and it's going to add a lot of color in the springtime with 7 blossoming trees. We have our second flush of daffodils up here. The first flush was ice follies, and now those have gone, and they've been replaced by this one. I don't remember the name. If I can find it, I'll put it on the screen. And then this confused Dutch or bearded iris. Usually they bloom a month or so later, and it's blooming right now, so I don't know. And then here we have our sweet pea TP that we made a few videos back, and the branches that are woven here, they are drying out now, so they're a little bit more stiff, definitely not going anywhere. So since the last video also, I've put mulch in all of these beds, and so it definitely makes it look a lot nicer. Now it differentiates the paths from the beds. I got to tell you a little bit about this bird bath here. I've had this bird bath for probably 25 years or more. I've mentioned in a few videos that my best friend and I, when we were younger, had some landscape displays at the county fair. And this was the first thing we bought for one of those first displays that we had. And I've brought it with me for like 3 or 4 moves. And here it is, perfectly fitting the cottage style. Yesterday I started clearing this area out. There was a big stand of agave up here, and that's all gone except for one that I left because it was blooming, and the bees absolutely love this bloom. So I'm gonna leave it there until they're done with it. And then I still have to get the stump out. which isn't going to be easy. And then right here, there was a shrub that had grown into a tree, basically. I don't even remember what it was called, but I cut that all down yesterday, and I am digging out the roots. There was also a small eucalyptus tree here that I cut down and dug the roots out. I kept the trunk because that's going to have, there's going to be something special that I do with the cottage garden. It's going to be involving that. And then there's some agave there that I saved from the stand I took out, and that's going to be used over in the Mediterranean garden. In this area here, there'll be the strip of grass going by the driveway. Then behind that will be roses, dahlias, perennials, kind of blending into this area here. And then beyond that is going to be a small vegetable patch for the person who happens to live in this cottage. And I know so many of you have said, I'll live in that cottage, I'll live in that cottage. And while it looks livable from the outside, it's kind of an illusion. It's not as big as you think it is. I tried to use some forced perspective to make this look bigger than it is and make it look livable while not overtaking this space. So one of the ways I did that was the stairs progressively get narrower all the way up the path and the way it winds around. It makes the cottage look further back, therefore bigger. It's also much smaller than you think. While that looks like a pretty tall doorway there, maybe even a normal sized doorway, it's not. It's probably about 5.5 feet tall. I'm about 6 feet tall, so you'd also have to deal with no back wall and sharing it with chickens and rabbits and a potting shed. But other than that, submit your application. So like I was saying, there'll be a vegetable patch here. And then up in the back, we have the berries that I planted a couple months ago. We've got some thornless blackberries, some lalberry blackberries, and some raspberries. There's 3 entrances to the cottage garden. There's going to be a path that goes through here, goes straight along the front of the cottage, and then out the other side over by that gate. Both of the entrances on either side are going to have an arch with roses or something climbing on them. And of course, the third way to enter is the stairway. So one of the next things I'm going to be doing in the cottage garden is adding drip irrigation. And I will show you how to do that step by step. So be looking for that in the next week or 2. So speaking of water, like I said, Hoselink is sponsoring this video and is giving away 2 of their Hoselink retractable hose systems to 2 of you. So let me show you how Hoselink works. I'm going to install a new one, and then I'll let you know how you can get your very own free Hoselink. So we did a video last year with Hoselink and a giveaway, and I put this up at that time. I love it because it swivels, so no matter which direction you're going, it doesn't have to, kink the hose. I haven't had any kinks in this hose actually in a year. But the best part about it is this is, I believe, an 85-foot one. You can get different lengths. And you pull it out and it stops. However, when you're done, just give it a little pull. And the whole thing retracts back in. So no more hoses laying all over. Now also what I love is the quick release valve. You can turn it off and on at the valve, which means if you want to turn it off, you just twist and take off the end. Or you can put it back on, turn it off here. There's also an on and off up at this end. And then it's got, of course, all the different choices for spray. So I'm going to be installing one of those today right here at the end of the house. So I want to show you literally how easy this is to install. And then we're giving 2 away. So yesterday I went ahead and dug the hole and poured in the concrete. It's about a 2-foot deep hole, and then put the 4x4 post in. And then we're also going to need a drill and a small bit to make pilot holes. Comes with the hardware that you need. I'm going to use a socket wrench. And then it comes with, of course, the hose reel, the mount, and then the spray accessory. It also comes with a template for easy drilling. So you can mount this to a post or to the wall. My other one is mounted on the wall, and depending on the wall, they also give you the little expanding thingies. So I'm going to go ahead and drill the pilot holes first. 4 screws, literally the hardest part. Now we just pick up the unit, slide the post into the hole, and that's it. Now, it's going to hang out here over the path a little bit, but that's what this is for. Now looking at it, it might be a little bit high. So I'll live with it for a little bit and see if I need to lower the post a little bit. Just cut it off and reattach this. So the reels come in charcoal and beige. So I have a charcoal over there and a beige here. But I'm just going to go ahead and put this on. And then they have other accessories that you can snap on or replacements. You can also remove just this piece, and if you have a sprayer that you like or maybe a wand attachment, you can still use it on this system. So now you just need to hook this end to a garden hose. All right, so let's give 2 of these away. You're gonna win everything I just showed you, plus a cover that you can put on in the winter or whenever. Now, before I go into what you need to do, I need to go through something that I shouldn't have to go through, but unfortunately, it's necessary nowadays. Especially on a giveaway video, I will almost guarantee that you will be contacted in the comments below. If you comment below, what you need to do to enter, you will be contacted by someone possibly looking like me. They'll probably have my logo, and they're going to try to get you to call them or email them or do whatever they want to do. And they might ask you to pay some money to get the Hoselink you just won shipped to you. That is a scam, and you don't have to worry about it. Just ignore it. The winners will be announced next week on a winner video. I'm not going to contact you in any other way. Now, of course, at that time, I will have you contact us through our website with your mailing address and such so we can get these mailed to you. But don't fall for any other scam. You will not be contacted personally saying that you won. Okay? Now that that's out of the way, let's do this. Okay, so there's a couple things you have to do to enter the giveaway. First thing you need to do is follow Hoselink either on Instagram or YouTube. I'll put those links down below. And then I'm going to be picking a winner from YouTube and from Instagram. So if you want to enter both places, you have 2 chances to win. If you want to enter on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed here to Next Level Gardening on YouTube and comment on this video saying how much easier your gardening life is going to be not tripping over hoses all the time. If you want to enter on Instagram, make sure you're following me on Instagram. I have the link down below, and comment on today's post saying the same thing. How much easier your life's going to be with a Hoselink. So that's it. Links and instructions are down in the video description. Also, this giveaway runs from today, which is Tuesday the 18th, I believe, and it will go all the way through the weekend. So it ends on Sunday night, midnight, and then Monday I will do a video announcing the 2 winners. Remember, I will not contact you in the comments below. All right? Good luck, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you win the Hoselink.